Hi there, welcome back to Creatively Crafted Life. My name is Melanie and today we're going to make some page kits using my Vicki Boutin Wildflower and Honey counterfeit kit that I shared with you all on our recent Calling Creatives conversation. And as I mentioned in that video, my plan is not to keep this as a kit. I've been finding that kits in and of themselves are not my go-to. I'd much rather have page kits, which is, you know, 3 to 4 pieces of paper that I can pull out of my stash and use really quickly and not be and not feel like I have to carry this kit indefinitely. I don't know if that makes any sense. Basically, I just find there's too much in a kit before I get bored and I need to move on. I think that's really what I'm trying to say. So I've gone in depth what the papers were in that video, so I will leave a link here for you to go check it out. I'm also going to leave a link to the actual inspiration. My kit is not an exact interpretation, and it doesn't need to be. It is what it is. I know Nikki was really interested in seeing what I do with this kit or how I'm going to pair it up, and so I thought you might be too. So let's go. I think I have 24 sheets here, so I should be able to probably get 6 to 8 kits out of this. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. So when I make kits, I will often like to start with the multicolored pieces first, or inspirational pieces. So I'm going to just sort those out to start with. So for instance, this half circle would be on this side, this bird piece would be, these other ones that read more like a tone on tone, I consider supporting papers. My little formula, if you will, tends to be one busy pattern and then a couple supporting papers. So hopefully we've got enough here. If not, we can always pull from our stash, right? So these are the papers that we're going to start off with. We've got this very busy floral from Chanel. We've got this geometric. This one can run two ways. I could see me either using this as inspiration, or I could also see it as a supporting piece if you narrow it down to a stripe. So this one actually may get cut, but for now I'm going to hold it off to the side. It's not quite the same as the supporting pieces. Okay, so we got that. We've got the bird. We've got the hearts. Got the dots and the birds and the half moon. So now that we've got that sorted out, let's sort these into similar colors. So we've got a pink, got some of this aqua turquoise orange that reads a little more green, white and black we'll put at the back. Got the red piece, yellow, lots of this kind of color, which is pretty. I think that's probably why it's in so many collections. This is another one that might be able to be split in half, so I'm going to put that the same with the other one. Put the red in there, blue, pink. Okay, let's get started. So after I do that, the next thing I like to do is pull out what I find very inspiring or I'm excited to use. And I really like this blue paper, and I definitely think this has to go with one of the 2 navy pieces I have pulled in here. So I've kind of got this modeled watercolor look, which would work really well. But I also have this one with the leafy print on it. And because there are twigs and branches in here, I think this is I kind of like that it carries the theme across. So I'm really liking that. We do need another piece in here. And right off the bat, I'm thinking that this foiled hexagon would really counter that off well. Now, could I put a 4th sheet in here? Probably, but for right now, we're going to hold off on that and just leave it at 3. Okay, the next piece that I've really inspired with is this floral, and I could take this in a couple different directions. I definitely am thinking that either the pink or the reds would be a good option here. So we could pair it with the pink, or we could pair it with the red. I've got the red dot, or I have this red geometric. And all of them would work quite well, but I think I'm liking it with this red piece a little bit better. I could pair this with this piece. I think that would be kind of fun. But we're gonna hold that one off, like I said. And so the other thing I'm liking is the turquoise in here. And I'm thinking maybe this one, which is a solid, or this one has the blue in it as well, which is kind of fun. Either of those will work. The question is which one? Or what about the diagonal one? That's kind of fun too. But I think this is too many dots. What about the quatrefoil? All of these will work. So it's just a matter of what do I want to pair it with. I'm not sure. So I'm going to leave this as is and we'll come back. I've got like 4 sheets of that teal color. So if it doesn't, whatever one doesn't fit with other kits, we'll let it make the decision for us, right? Okay, so let's do the birdies. I like the idea of pairing this with the red. I really like that combination. And I could either pair it with the yellow or I could do this bold stripe. That's with the bold stripe, or I could pair it with the yellow, which works. I could also pair it with this hexagon print, but I think this kind of is too close to this one here. So I'm thinking that's not the best choice. I think I'm gonna go with the bold stripe. Okay, the next one is this heart. I specifically chose, when I was choosing the papers, this pink fresh paper to go with this collection because of this peachy color in there. So I definitely want that to go together. Now the question is, do we want to go teal? This one, I don't like this together. These two are too similar, so not that. I could do the plain. That would definitely work. I could also throw this orange in. So do kind of like a tone on tone with the peach and the orange. That would work too. But again, this is too stripy, too much of a similar pattern. The pink is fun. Too many choices. So we're gonna leave this one as is for now too, and we'll come back to that. Okay, let's talk about the lemon. So an obvious choice for this is to go with the yellow. So that's a pretty obvious choice. Is that a lot of yellow? Yes. Yes, it's a lot of yellow, but I think it still works. And then the question is what to do with the mint color. I could go with this background, although these two are very similar in print, so maybe that's not the best choice. I think this is too dark, although it does work better than I thought it was going to. Or we could do I think that's too white. What about the geometric print? No, I'm not loving that either. So I think the best choice in this case is the solid. Even though it's a little bit darker, I think it still works okay. So that's already 3 completed, 2 partially completed. That's pretty good. Let's look at the dot. Now this dot has a dark blue in it. So I thought for the pop of contrast, let's throw the dark blue in here. And it also has orange, so let's throw that in. And I think I like that orange and blue with this pattern together. Okay, the last multicolor besides the stripes. I was thinking for this one that the pinky color would work really great, which it does. And I'm also thinking that this line dot with the dots would work well as well, and I really do like that. Okay, so what are we left with? We still have 3 of the minty colors. So what do we got here? I don't think we're going to do that one. I could pair it with this Mind's Eye one. The problem is that there's a lot of texture on there, and I'm not loving it with this pattern. I think this needs to be the solid piece that I paired elsewhere. So let me pull that one back for a minute. That was in here. So let's peel this one out and let's substitute that. I think that's a better fit. Okay. And instead of doing that mint color, what about if we paired it with a black and white floral instead? I actually don't mind that. And what about if we pop in the black? I think I still would like to get this color in here, but I might be able to go pull something from my stash. Yeah, maybe. Nothing that says you can't pull from your stash, right? Okay, now we're back to this one. I think we're going to pair that with this geometric. I think I do like that. Okay, that was an easy decision. And this one was already done. Good, we're good. So the only thing we have left are these 3 sheets and the 2 stripes. And I think we aren't going to go pick from the stash. We're going to use this Mind's Eye Abbey Road one in here, because now that I've added the extra papers, I think the hashtag of this and the hashtag of this, I've got lots of options and I can space it out accordingly on a layout. So that's actually quite a big kit with 5. Okay, so where are we going to fit these last ones in? I could definitely add it to this one. I think that would work okay. I could also add it to this one, and to be honest, I think I like that better. So that's where that one's going to go. So we're down to 3 sheets. I got to find a home for it. I think I can do it. I think if we look at these papers and this, because I'm pretty sure this is from the same collection as this, that I think we can pair this up like that, and I think that gives the right amount of variety. What else do we got going on here? For this one, I think I can also add this script in, or this text paper in. I think that looks cute. Again, we're probably going to do the stripe that way. I think that definitely works. And so we're just left with this one piece. Okay, and for this last piece, I think I'm going to actually pair that in here. So even though I do have this turquoise in here already, I think it doesn't hurt to have an extra sheet. So 5 sheets in here. Okay, so let's just do a quick recap of the kits that I just put together. Let me know in the comments below if you would have done something different. There's no right or wrong answer. And you know what? When I go to use the stuff, if I change my mind, that's okay too. So this has got the stripe, the navy blue, and the orange and the dot. I really like this one. This one's super fun. Then I have the foiled hexagon, the blue leaf, and the bird. I really like that one too, so I'm quite excited about that. Then I have the heart and basically the background and this triangle in the peachy color. That one's good too. I'm happy so far. And this one's got the Bella Boulevard half I don't know, they're not even half circles. I don't even know what to call them. Bumpy bumps. And the pink and the turquoise from Echo Park. Then we have the lemons with the Felicity Jane small floral. Actually, I think this is from that same collection now that I look at it. No wonder why I was picking it for all of them. Interesting. The hashtag yellow and the hexagon black and the aqua turquoise color from Abbey Road. Yeah, it's good. We've got the Dear Lizzie Little Birds with the Felicity Jane words. This one actually trips me up, you guys. It's upwards, like the font goes frontwards, backwards, all the way through. So I keep thinking I have it wrong, and it looks okay. Then the Photoplay red, and this was from a paper pad, probably Heidi Swap, bold black. And then the last kit is this floral from Chamel, which I've paired with this red dot from Scenic Route, a pink fresh geometric, a bold stripe, and some Doodlebug. I would like to encourage you to do a challenge like this. It's a lot of fun, especially if you like to flip through paper, to take an inspiration from an existing kit or collection and see if those elements inspire you to pull from your stash. You can either keep as one big collection, or as in my case, then further break it down into page kits. I found it quite interesting to actually have this pre-pulled and then break it down into kits versus, you know, taking an inspiration sheet and then making kits. It was a different process for me and it was quite enjoyable. I think I will do that again. Let me know below, again, if you would do anything differently, if you're inspired, if you would do a counterfeit kit, or maybe you do it regularly. And until next time, happy crafting.